It's the Jobbers Tears podcast.
Season 4 has begun. Winter is here for those Game of Thrones fans. Welcome to the Jobbers Tears podcast. As always, I am Janelle from HR.
Get me a pen.
With Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc. We do want to thank every single person that is watching on the live feed and that has to subscribe to our YouTube page. As always, you can do so by going to YouTube and looking up the Jobbers Tears podcast and clicking subscribe for all new videos. Shout out to my girls from last week. We did the Big Four. We're going to do something a little different this year where we're going to do a post show. So shout outs to Christy, officially a part of the True Hills gang. Shout out to Tati and shout out to Jenna from the Mixed Tag podcast. I thank you ladies as always. I'm looking for new innovative ways to do the Big Four this year, so that was one way of doing it. So I look forward to doing the next one for SummerSlam weekend.
They should have a beach party.
What?
A beach party.
Nigga, this is not bash at the beach.
That'd be kind of fly though.
Oh Lord.
Big Four episode at the beach.
I don't even like the beach like that.
Really?
I don't like sand. I like the water.
Well,
I love the water. Like if I can be on a boat, a yacht, I'll fuck that up.
Why don't you guys
never know.
Why don't you guys host the barbecue?
And right there and then, y'all can have like.
Well, I have other ideas for the barbecue.
I don't have mad ideas.
What?
You know it's easier if you just hand it to me, right?
I didn't want to walk. I didn't want to go.
What? Okay, you just made it rain tissues out here for no reason. That's wild.
That was the best way to give it.
All right, but once again, you guys can tune in on demand at the Jobbers Tears podcast YouTube page for our Big Four post recap of Wrestlemania 35, and especially talking about Wrestlemania 35. You could do that on air, and everyone knows you sweat. It's okay. We family at this point.
You know, there's certain people watching, so he doesn't embarrass himself.
He already shit.
Because obviously somebody's watching that he doesn't want to talk to. Talk to the am.
Mom?
No, what? No, stupid. But speaking about WrestleMania 35, we
Why are you recording me, boy?
He actually wasn't just recording you, he was just recording everybody at the same time.
Are you scared that she's going to see it?
I'm sweating, that's why. Just like, oh.
Niggas sweat every day, B. Get back on the camera. Let's have a show.
Niggas sweat every day, B. That is the truth.
I heard the fucking phone.
Because this nigga's ignorant as fuck.
She just said, I don't care if you sweat.
Sweat on top of her. Niggas is nasty.
I definitely don't care.
Oh, she did?
What is this?
Are we calling this episode Meredith? Yo, can we start? Can we start? We already did start.
What in the fuck?
Can you get some more napkins, please? This thing is nasty.
Yo, can you get the real napkins, not these like...
That's what I got.
Yeah, the bathroom dogs.
What, you want bathroom there?
Yo, I don't even know what to do with you right now. Yo, you laughed bad. All because you didn't really... Never mind. Well, while we clean up on aisle 2, as I was saying, we are coming fresh off of WrestleMania 35, which is in our backyard in New York, New Jersey. I do want to give a special shout out to literally every single person that came out, the legends, the entire weekend. You didn't have to go to MetLife, Barclays, Madison Square Garden, but you came out for us, so we truly, truly appreciate every single person, whether you have your own podcast, you are an independent wrestler up in New York for the weekend, friends, family. We appreciate everyone. We want to send a special shout out to Al Snow and Val Venus.
LAX
are doing our brunch that we got a lot of great feedback of. So we're definitely going to do another one. So stay tuned for that.
It should be hosted by the Black and Leo show.
To join the live, she just said, bring me on the live.
But see, the issue with bringing you on the live is we can't see you.
Who said that?
That M chick.
Well, she has a name, my nigga.
Meredith?
Yes, that's her name.
She said, "Wow, my niggas."
That's your fault.
Yo, can we start the show, son? I need to.
Can we start?
Like, I gotta be up by 6:30 tomorrow. Be up by 6:30 tomorrow.
Oh, really? Why?
That's what I do every day.
So then what the fuck? That's not special.
My son Mrblacc, man. Shout out to you. Yo, real talk. Like, I thought he was some really OD hood nigga, but he's not, man. He's like,
not.
he's mad complex.
Yeah.
You know,
he's like you.
Y'all saw the season finale of This Is Us?
No. I'm gonna binge watch probably this weekend because it's supposed to.
They're not breaking up, by the way.
Okay, good.
Because mad niggas will say they broke up.
Is
Nah, they're not
real.
breaking up. That's one thing I will tell you.
I don't need that.
That's one thing I will tell
my
you.
life.
They figured it out. That's basically the whole show, but they figured it out.
But anyway, actually speaking about Wrestlemania, before we do continue to try to move on from, I'm totally drenched.
Pause. Yo, can we do this after the show, son?
I'm saying,
like really?
Wow, on Instagram Live. But my question to you guys before we actually do go to our opening segment is, what did you enjoy most about Wrestlemania being here about now 2 weeks? We are 2 weeks removed. What was your favorite moment of that entire week?
Met a lot of people from all over the country and all over the world.
I like
We
that.
had people from Toronto in the building. We had Chicago. We had Arizona. Shout out to Matt Mania Podcast.
WrestleZone was in the building. WrestleZone.com was in the building.
The dude from the one who made the
the guy from England, the newscaster.
Yeah.
That I wish I kind of got his Instagram and I told
The
you.
dude that was on the GG, I forgot his name. I'll be communicating. The one who said that I'm on the move. Look in my eyes on the Swerve City.
Oh, Shane Strickland.
Yeah.
Tessa. Tessa was in the building.
Tessa was in the building.
Tessa was in the building. I smoked with my son, Al Snowy.
We did.
We're supposed to Al Snow?
Yeah, we did.
Now I was talking with my son Val Venus. You didn't come. You didn't come, dogs.
You missed
He was
out.
working though.
Yeah, you missed out.
It's okay though, but we was there, and the moment arrives to have that smoke session with Val Venus and definitely a
LAX.
You with that you just was
LAX, Tessa, Shad from Crime
I
Time.
spoke with Shad too?
No. Shout out to Cedric Alexander. I told him that I called him Cedric Entertainer.
And
He laughed.
Ariel Monroe.
Yeah,
You told
he
him
laughed.
that?
Oh no, I got a funny story about my son. Yeah, I'll show you the picture. Oh, funny story about
We told you to come to Wall
Yes, we told you, boy. And the crazy thing about it,
I worked till 11:30 that day.
and the crazy
You
thing
just
about
came after.
What time did it end?
3 a.m. in the morning?
No, 2 o'clock.
and the crazy thing about
Matter of
it,
fact, you would have gotten there. Nah, you wouldn't have gotten there.
It
you
would've
didn't get
been
time.
kinda
It was kind of
Because by the time you have gotten there from where you work, it'd have been done.
But nah, funny story. So I met remember that dude Sunny Kiss, right? Yeah. That beautiful man. So dogs had to meet him. That man is mad beautiful in person though, dogs. He's
mad cute, son.
He's mad cute. It's like I kind of mean what Charlamagne mean when he met Prince. You feel like he was floating, and this man was mad prancy. He was like, this thing is a beautiful man. I told him, so I was like, yo, dogs.
Yeah, so did I.
Wait,
My
the
nigga,
story.
I'm mad confident in myself, B. That nigga's a beautiful man. I was like, yo, shout out
you spitting out water. That's great.
shout out to my son Isaiah Wolf, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, Isaiah, man, can I meet Sunny Kiss? He was like, yeah, dog. I got you. I was low-key excited. I don't know why. So I was like, yo.
Because you have been talking about him.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, he's like, yo, this is Mr. Back from Java Tears. He said, oh my gosh, I heard what you guys said about me. Y'all was so nice. I was just like, yeah, I ain't gonna for you, beautiful man. Say, yo, thank you for everything. And after that, we took a picture together. And after that second picture.
You was a superstar that weekend. You took a picture with mad people that weekend.
I had to. And after how that.
I dead ass to realize that he kept posting shit. Okay, now listen. I had a few interactions, but not like your brother wilded out like Wrestlemania legit. The next day when I woke up, I was like, this nigga took a picture with mad people. Where was I?
I took a picture with Cedric, and after I told him he took a picture with me, he blew a kiss at me. I was like, all right, Sonny, then.
Wait, Sonny did that?
Yeah.
He said Cedric.
Yeah,
No. Sunny Kiss.
Cedric is married.
I saw Faye Jackson's outfit, B? The no cheeks pants? Boy.
Yeah, she was wilding.
Boy. She had the no cheeks. Oh my gosh.
But you didn't do nothing.
You can
She's married?
You can try to have you can pay for a Patreon.
She has a Patreon?
Yeah.
What's that?
How you know that?
Cool with a lot of people, B.
Wow.
But she does have a Patreon, B.
Wait, what is that?
Patreon is you can it's you subscribe to the page, and then like you can get like exclusive pictures, exclusive matches, exclusive matches, stuff like Jordan Grace has one.
But Faye Jackson,
Savannah Evans has one too. Like all female wrestlers have one.
Nah, but Faye Jackson had the cheeks with your boy, son.
Oh, Cheeks was hanging out?
Boy.
Oh, and you know what? Speaking.
No cheeks, B. Nothing. You
Not
saw
speaking of
B.
cheeks, but I don't know why that reminded me, but it was because Tasha was with her. But shout out to Tasha Steele, your new Battle Club Icons champion. We were blessed to see her win the title the Wednesday before Wrestlemania. So I do want to give that special shout out to her. Definitely see
She looking good too.
A lot of things. Yeah, like I literally walked into Wrestlemania and bumped into her and Faye, and they were like, and I was like, and literally I walked in, no one scanned me, no one checked my bag, like I was the most unsafe, safest place ever, but it was so good. It was just good to see a lot of like people. We took the picture with Kofi.
Yeah, Kofi was good. We took a picture
with
him.
the selfie with Kofi. Big E took the picture with us.
I took a picture with my son, Smoke Dizza.
Smoke Dizza was there?
Dogs! He took a clip on my LB.
You smoked a Smoke Dizza?
Boy, I was walking everywhere around with an LB. That's why I told you to come, boy.
He's a legend.
This nigga's up.
Dang, son. Yo, honestly, ask anyone who was with me. Literally, I had it out all night, B.
I told y'all don't listen when I send shit out. There's a purpose behind why I send things out to y'all. Nobody ever listens to me. I'm like, yo, here, I'm giving y'all jewels, B. Y'all niggas don't listen. And y'all get mad after.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, I told you to come. I sent you the link, dogs.
Yeah, I had work.
It's okay.
No, I sent you the week like whole month.
No, I'd rather you work.
I had to work from 6:30 to 11:30.
No, I'd rather you work than
slave
not
hours.
at all.
But nah,
actually, slave hours would be 24 hours.
Oh, shout out to the.
Slave hours are actually unlimited. Cause you don't stop.
Okay.
Don't stop. Get it. I was with what's his name? Chris and what's the dude's name? Ish knew Smoke Dizza.
Oh yeah.
So they hooked me up with the picture, everything like that.
And then what's this? This is a West Side Gunner or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. He was saying like literally 2 rows in front of me at this G1 Supercar show. Like we were literally, me and Ish was literally on the floor. And we basically saw them, and then that's how I linked up with the guys from Arizona who were super dope and definitely hooked.
Shout out to that what's that dude's name? That the British dude with the beard. He took a picture with the glasses.
Shit.
He did a fire theme song. What was this?
What culture?
Oh, shout out to What Culture.
Oh, I was on What Culture with Simon. I think it was Up Down for G1 Supercar.
Up and down.
You was there?
Yeah, so unbeknownst, like Sid knew really him more than I did or whatever, but Sid was super excited. So they took like a True Hills picture with him.
Are you in the video?
But I'm in the video because we were standing behind. I didn't know.
No, they're behind it.
We're behind him, but I didn't know until the next morning when people kept hitting me up like, "Yo, you're on What Culture?" And I was like, "What?" They were like, "Yo, you're in the video."
Because he did live videos for every
show, right? So
that nigga was tired.
Shit, because he was outside Barclays doing the same thing, and people was trying to get on. Like, it was a lot going on. But before we do start, I do want to let you know that a certain someone from Tampa by the name of Antoine, that is hopefully going to do our theme song, we're going to put that into existence, has invited all of us to his party that he's hosting with Ariel Monroe and Cedric for WrestleMania 36 in Tampa that weekend. That's what I told him. But I told him I would give him that cheap plug. First City Podcast, shout out to you. Shout out to Shane Strickland for signing officially to NXT. Super proud of Black Excellence. Super proud of you. Hope to see you do amazing things in the near future. But I did.
Oh shoot, you are the video. Oh shoot.
Like it's dead. And we were just like chilling. Like we were just like
Oh, they do Calvin.
Yeah.
Let me record this.
We recorded after the show.
Look at Janelle. Janelle know who they are. Look at Sid. Listen, I'm putting guys in the page. I know what I'm talking about. But
shout out to True Hills.
Shout out to True Hills, you know.
Always, I really think God, and I'm blessed that there's so many people in our corner, on our side every day for the things that we do with the podcast. So I hope that this new season that we're coming into is gonna be it's gonna be.
Shout out to Pretty Hills.
Pretty Hills, yes.
They good people. Yeah.
And Ashley and their squad for that after party that everybody apparently but me got drunk at, and the next day was hurt.
Yo, niggas were fucked up in that party. I was like, yo, I want to go home. I ain't gonna lie to you. I came down and I was like, yo, I want to go home, son. I want to go home.
But it was such a good time.
I went home.
And but I realized literally every night I got home at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Legit.
Like I went home. Like I haven't slept since that Tuesday.
Like
I literally, I went to work, did the overtime. Like literally, like I was really running on like for the whole week. Until that time I went home.
No, y'all stupid.
5 hours sleep.
Also, I don't got a job, so.
Yeah.
I think I walked into Wrestlemania from home. I was like, and I still left out. I was like, oh.
And before we start, I do want to let you know that during WrestleMania week, I did meet your savior, D'Lo Brown.
Oh man.
And
look at the real dude now. Get that sorry ass up out of the streets.
And the only reason why I did it was for you guys, because I told him, I walked up to him and I was just like, I do a podcast in New York, all black podcast. And my two co-hosts that I do it with, they're like, and they think you're the best thing since sliced bread. Like seriously, they think you're the best European champion of all time.
The best.
And he was just like, that is so nice. Like, thank you. He was so sweet. He was so nice. And then when he took the picture, he was just like, here, hold the belt and take the picture with me so you could show them. And I was like, okay,
when did you go? It was Saturday, right?
No, I went Friday.
What was that?
So I went to WrestleCon Friday, and where I met him, I met Art Anderson, lifelong dream of mine.
What was I doing that
SCU, I had met.
Shout out to White Boy Ant. I see y'all here, dogs. White Boy
Ant was there. I didn't even see him.
Yeah, White Boy Ant.
And behind the barricade, I ended up bumping into Rodney and Ant.
Shout out to Haitian Rodney. I see you out there, dogs, behind the barricade.
And then I met Joe too. Like, it was just, WrestleMania week is just definitely that time for wrestling fans to really just come together and have a good time. So we do, as we start, we do want to thank every single person that came out, came to say hi, met us for the first time. We hope it's not the last, and we have so many things still left in 2019 that we have not even touched the surface on. So we hope you guys are in for the long run and enjoy the ride with us. So we are going to open up Behind Gorilla's Position with our OMG moment of this week, and it goes to, has the boss checked out? So, as everyone knows, WrestleMania 35, the women's tag team champion match, the Iconics, who I do think deserve to win, no shade, came victorious, and then it left Bayley and Sasha Banks kind of just feeling like in limbo. Like, where do we go from here? Like, we didn't have a long title run. Like, where do we go from here? So Sasha Banks, is she in or is she out? What do you guys think?
Personally, I didn't really think about it. When I look at her whole career as a retrospect, let's really start about it. Underneath Triple H watch, she was well protected. They set her up real nicely to have great storyline, great success. Many great matches, lengthy title reigns, multiple with the NXT Women's Championship. Now she got on the main roster. Basically, at one point, that Women's Championship on Raw was a joke because they literally was exchanging between her and Charlotte. Not their fault. They put on great matches, but at one point when the belt didn't stay stagnant on one person for long. So now there's a stigma where how that she's in a position where she don't know how to keep titles. You thinking that this is the first time to do it right about her, and that quickly they didn't reestablish a real reign and establish the belts to where they could pass it on to Iconics. And it won't lose. You know what? They like I always said, these are momentum moments. They never have that momentum match where you felt that, dang, that was a championship match. They never had that.
They did when they won the title.
Keyword for winning it though, but then because they lost it so quickly at WrestleMania, they ended up being paper champs.
They weren't paper champs.
No, real talk. If you look at Tyson reign as champion, there's always momentum moments. And then when he lost it, monumental moment, sorry. When he lost it, the Buster Douglas, the whole world shook. Now, they never had the time to build up to that moment. When they lose it was a big deal. When they lost it, it was like, oh shoot, Iconics won. Well, then again, they all do Sasha wrong. So I'll be upset too. Bayley, they haven't done right by her on the main roster since. So think about it. You fought. You're right. It's both y'all fought long and hard and stuff like that. And just like that, you guys fought for it. They didn't get the chance to defend on NXT like that. They didn't get a chance to defend on SmackDown. They did nothing much with that title. So People who fought long and hard. Rufus Al's probably yelling, probably got punishment for that, probably had to go through squash matches. You do all of that just to the ring and just like that. So, Sasha's probably fed up like, yo, do I think that she's gonna quit WWE? Who knows? But I like the fact that granted her some time away from the company to rethink it. Because honestly, everywhere she goes, that shit she does a hog show, that's gonna get sold out. So to me, her leaving, and as a fan, it's a win-win situation. I'd love to see her in Battle Club. I love to see her in Hog and all those other places. Like, dang, Sasha could really go. So her actual release is money. She will make way more money on a lighter schedule. So me as a fan, it's a win-win because, mama, sometimes you have to go away like Drew McIntyre and come back, and then after that you get your value.
Oh, but Drew leaving, that's very
Yeah, that's different. Like, WWE may not see the value in your character, but everyone else did. So then they come back, let me throw the whole bank at you because you're Sasha Banks. Bars.
I'm not even mad at it because it was bars. So, Wilkins, now that, once again, we will talk about the Superstar Shakeup once we get to our WWE recap, but apparently Sasha Banks is going to be staying on Raw, where Bayley is now going to be on SmackDown. Do you think that was the right move, and do you see the boss taking reign on Raw?
Okay, so this Sasha Banks situation is super fucking layered on like so many levels, and on a, it's, you can't just say one word about it. So first, to answer your question, Bayley on SmackDown gives Bayley opportunities.
Agree.
Raw women's division is a little crowded and a little like heavy. Like it's heavy with talent, but it's not, it's kind of underutilized for some reason, which is weird because it's the main show. But then it's not weird because main show, usually the men get the most buzz on the main show. Now, for me, I'm gonna go into a little bit of the Sasha situation. Like the way you talked about, the girl has like a phenomenal career in WWE.
Absolutely.
On paper, multiple times champion, because one thing every wrestler knows, once you're a champion, you're a champion.
Yeah.
And not many people can say I've been a multiple champion for the top prize in my division. That's one thing. Now, her having an attitude, I always look at that with a little bit of a side eye. And this is being a person of color and her being a woman of color. Me being a guy of color, it's a little bit, I kind of got a privilege. Being a black male is a privilege that comes with being a black male.
Correct.
Being a black woman, a lot of times it's a strike. Because if you get an attitude for something, you're looked down upon.
Right, you automatically the bitch in the conversation.
Yeah, you're the bitch and part of mine, you're the bitch in the conversation. Word on the street, Charlotte had a bitch fit when she wasn't originally included in the Wrestlemania.
Wow.
Like, she was included at first, and then they thought about switching it up and putting Becky in there. This is rumors. This could be false. Now, she was like, what do you mean I'm not going to be in the main event at WrestleMania? Y'all better be putting me in this main event at WrestleMania. And you know what? Charlotte's entitled to that. Now, isn't Sasha entitled to something?
Absolutely, because to this day, I definitely feel like WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, she was
talked
robbed.
about that on Big Four.
Period.
Yeah.
You talked about that.
So you now.
One time I will definitely co-sign with Jenna on something like,
yeah,
girl,
because
she was robbed.
Because now you look at it, you're like, yo, why is everybody mad at her for speaking up? Granted, this is wrestling. Things are supposed to happen. You're supposed to lose a title. You're supposed to whatever. It's a title. Things are scripted. Things are rehearsed. Things are what's the fucking word? I'm losing the word on this one.
Scripted?
So they're scripted, and we all know the outcome of the match. So you kind of can't get mad. It's part of the storyline. It's part of building the production. It's part of telling something bigger. Now the question I asked though,
choreographed.
It's choreographed and it's done. Whatever. The question I gotta ask, is she not entitled to something? Is she not entitled to a longer reign? I get what you're saying. The Iconics is really a true champion. No, I'm sorry, it's a true tag team. You're 100% right on that one. But I ask you this question. If for instance, you fight for something and you finally get it, and they take it away from you, give it to me.
Well, no, that's just a common like a theory.
And that's why I say she's
predetermined. There you go. That's
it's predetermined. That's what I'm saying. That's what I call it.
Ralph Reigns.
So that's why I give her like, yo, she's entitled to be mad.
Oh, yeah, your feelings are
because
your feelings.
No, she's entitled to be mad and feel some type of way because I fought for this title.
Right, like anybody else was worried about it.
Nobody was worried about it. They were at Vince's door every week trying to get the title there. Once again, this is a predetermined sport, so you're gonna lose the title. You're gonna lose the title. You mentioned something else. Her title reigns are always short. Come on, give her until the next pay-per-view. Because you know what? Give her that moment. Because she really hasn't had a WrestleMania moment. It's always been that second tier type of moment. She was in a Women's Royal Rumble. Lasted the longest.
Yeah, she entered with number 1.
Yeah, and lasted the longest out of everybody. But Asuka wins. And on top of that, Ronda Rousey debuts.
And then Asuka drops the title.
Exactly.
And after that, Sasha had to take that big bump on the table numerous times. But yeah, she didn't compensate for it.
And people say she's a bad person. I've met her in person. I've chopped it up with her in person. Sweetheart.
But you have to, you know what?
Hold on, wait. I'm not done. What it really comes down, what it really comes down to, and I don't like saying this because I'm not using race. It comes down to her being a black chick in a predominantly white male sport.
I was just about to say that. I was about to say.
No, hold on.
Okay.
And it's something I've been really thinking about. And yes, you gotta move a certain way.
Okay.
We all know that. This is corporate America.
Well,
this is
politics.
a business.
Yeah.
This is a business. And you gotta take your bumps and you gotta pick and choose your battles. But Shorty's a top producer in your company when it comes to matches. Number 2, Shorty sells.
Yeah. Merch out
the ass. When Feli comes to you
about giving you a sneaker, you're doing something right. You're doing something right. And Charlotte doesn't have a sneaker. Becky doesn't have a sneaker. The only person on that roster that can even smell Sasha when it comes to merch and being a money machine is Ronda. And I can't even say that 100%. Hold on, and I know I'm going on a tangent right now, but I gotta get this out because she's not getting the Jordan rules. And you probably asked her what are the Jordan rules. When you're the superstar on a team, you get treated a little bit better and differently. And she's not getting treated that way. Because she's not a mid-carder. She produces, she sells. She produces in matches. So you gotta treat her better. Charlotte gets that superstar treatment. Granted, she is Ric Flair's daughter, but at the same time, so they do our producers too. So why are they on the same level? That's my only issue with the whole situation.
It's like when you compare both, and they're both at the same level of they're here almost, and then that's when the race car kind of plays into that because it's like, all right, now how do we differ? Like, how come one is still a little higher than the other? And they're producing the same.
Exactly. I'm gonna say this.
I'm
gonna say this. I'm about to go off. Real talk. For women's division, there is I really think about there's corporate champions and there's the people's champion. Meaning that Ronda, Charlotte are corporate champions. The people's champion is Bayley and Sasha. I wouldn't put Bayley in there. Fine. Go for Bayley.
Unfortunately, it's Becky at this point.
Yeah. But I'm talking about how that.
Because I keep the same energy.
Becky, but I feel like the real people champion, the people from behind us since day one, is Sasha Banks. And
yes and no.
Hold on, let me finish. You said something about how that, she had an attitude, this, that, and third. Yo, start to curse on this show. I don't even curse like that. Yo, these motherfucking white boys are just fucking disrespectful, son. They don't know the culture. They just do certain stuff to overstep the boundaries. They have the lack of respect for the black woman. How many times they troll about her husband, this, that, and going off on her? Yo, sometimes they're disrespectful. Yo, I just came off almost basically, let's say hypothetically, I almost killed myself in the Hell in a Cell. I'm tired of that cell, and I gotta be on Raw the next day. Y'all just want motherfucking fucking pictures, son? Calm the fucking down and wait. But hold on. I have to say something about that. The same time, you're working for a company. I know, but yo, even if you're tired, that's part of the job.
You're always on.
But let me finish. The people who actually, there's always people that had she's mad at me, this, that, and third. They tell one side of the story. But when you hear her side of the story, it's like, yo, listen, I didn't come off like that, I just took it that way. And Sasha, I just feel like they always do it with our black champions, son. They always put some kind of like, they never get like the real reigns. Even with The Rock, son. A lot of his reigns was just like, what? And then it took mad pinfalls for niggas, son. Yo, he took a pinfall, like, not pinfall, like, he took a lot of pins. Brock, Kurt Angle, list goes on. And his reigns was not very like, remember how they won it, but a lot of his reigns was not really memorable. We just like this was the People's Champion. Booker T, yo, his reign as world champion, finally came to the top. Wasn't memorable. I just sick and tired how they treat our black people in WWE sometimes.
But the thing about it, you have
to finish.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. I just feel like, yo, honestly, she sells, son. And if she got AEW, son, that's money, son. All I'm saying is this, son. We just need to treat black people is just like, it's a lack of like understanding for our culture. Feli is on the up and up and coming back.
She was a trash, but that's a different conversation.
Facts. But everyone's wearing them. The fact that Feli caught that WWE superstar, you don't got anybody. She has crossover appeal, hip hop, everywhere.
It's not that. It comes down to a bigger picture than that. And
I just think that they have lots of respect for her.
It's not the lack of respect.
Yeah.
No, it's not the lack of...
Wait, what?
I hear you sometimes, right?
Now, that's not gonna trigger me about hair.
But that's not what it comes down to. It comes down to it's corporate America.
It comes down to what in their mind makes sense. And I don't think intentionally it's a black. I would rather see Sasha Banks solo dolo and not drag Bailey's ass around for the fucking tag title.
Yo, that's not a problem though.
I don't care.
Like I told you earlier, if they had like an extra pay-per-view, let's give it that WrestleMania moment. You're not asking for much.
But see, because you, and that's the thing as fans, just because you haven't felt like she's had that moment.
They give the Usos it though.
But it does not mean.
They give the Usos it though.
The Usos are a tag team.
But guess what? They took that shit away last year in New Orleans when they lost the tag titles in New Orleans in less than 5 minutes.
But they had a longer reign. Yo, they had their reigns.
There's multiple. So,
but they are killing it in the tag team division. Hold on. They had that moment. They had that. Yo, real talk, son. When they won in the Hell in a Cell. That was iconic moment for them.
I just
come on, dog. She never had her moment, B. Sorry.
We're gonna talk about moment.
Not her as an individual, but as a tag team.
No, but who cares?
Boy, son.
You can't. Hold on. What we're not understanding, there's like, this thing is just too many fucking layers. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. And I think you guys are just to bring it all in, you guys are saying the right things, but there's so many layers to this shit. Like, as of right now, like, number one thing, they're probably like, yo, let's give you guys the tag team title because you guys asked for it. You guys give the tag team title this rub. Hold on. You give it this rub because it makes it seems legit. We're gonna give it to a real tag team, the Iconics. Now, Bailey, Sasha, we're gonna split you guys up. You guys are stars. Let's make you guys are stars on different brands.
So why they make Bailey tag team with two other black people on Raw and SmackDown?
They just a match. It's just a match. It was just a match.
Like, Sasha Banks was not at
She's the Goldust of the women's division.
No, hold on. But then it comes down to something even bigger than that. When it comes down to the fact that, yo, why is she being treated like a superstar? She's being treated like a star.
At least The Rock was treated like a
superstar. Hold on. That's what I'm trying to say is that there's this layers to this fucking cake. What I'm talking about is where corporate wants one thing, like what you said, but she's still not being treated like a superstar. She's not being treated like you said on that Charlotte level. And I think that's where it comes. It's just a complicated thing, and everybody who's involved is at fault.
Correct.
Sasha's at fault, and the company's at fault. I don't know whose percentage is higher, but everybody's at fault because it comes down to shit like, yo, it really is one of those moments where you're like, what the fuck is going on? And that's what it really comes down to.
But then on the flip side, you as the superstar has to take accountability. Like, I'm sorry, the moment that, and we're going to talk about the superstar shaking, but the moment Naomi was on Raw, I was like, yo, if I could get Naomi and Sasha Banks on a one-on-one, sign me the fuck up. I don't even need a title. I don't need shit.
For pride.
Like I just as a black woman wrestling fan, I was like, that's some type of shit I would want to see, some real wrestling shit. So like, just because, shut up. I just feel like just because people may say like,
coconut oil.
Oh no, not always. Just because, you know, people may feel like Sasha just hasn't gotten that moment. She has gotten moments. Like, I don't want it to come off like, because to me, her biggest moment wasn't even on a main roster. It was NXT. Her and Bayley at Brooklyn Takeover 1.
But the thing is, once again, you're saying what we're all saying. She's still not being treated like giving those moments.
That's what I said.
And that's where it comes off. Where like, yo, she's being treated like a star, but not on that superstar level. But you gotta understand, and what you say, take accountability. When do you take accountability? When does the company take accountability?
Right, it has to come from
and that's when it comes. And that's where it comes in that gray area.
Can I ask you guys a question along the lines of this way? I just came up to mind. On an ego standpoint, Vince, right? Do you think that Vince kind of purposely buried Triple H people who did well on NXT just to humble him?
No, because
some people don't work on the main roster.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss. Like literally, like people that were on the main roster that honestly. And I love Bobby Roode, but Bobby should have stayed in NXT a little longer. I like whole Aleister Black and Ricochet, but I feel like they could have got a little bit more out of NXT. Like, I don't think Vince goes behind the scenes and just purposely says, like, I'm just going to fuck over everyone that Triple H brought in. Like, I don't think that's it. I just think what works for the brand is going to work for the brand. But and sometimes the person themselves don't work.
Hold on. NXT is an indie show on steroids. And people don't realize that. It's done like an indie show. It moves like an indie show. But it's an indie show on steroids. The storylines aren't that long. They're like a couple weeks. They're in and out. Pay-per-view is done. And moves. The only real storyline I can say that was like long
was Ciampa and
Gargano.
I feel
that was chapters.
I feel like, cheap plug, I feel like Battle Club reminded me a lot of NXT. With a great budget.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Battle Club give me that real feel on storyline. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, they do have it, but it's like on the surface level storylines, and that's the difference. That's why everybody be jerking off their dicks like, oh my god, NXT is the most amazing shit in the world. It is fucking amazing.
Never been a Battle Club though.
But because it's a great NXT, it's a great indie on steroid brand. Now when you look at WWE, you're now a small fish in a huge ass pond. It's hard to move, and it's a whole different world. It's a whole different world, and it's hard to maneuver things. Like that's why they try to change niggas' names to the Viking Experience.
Oh, let's not get started on that.
To try to work things out.
Or they put Paige with the 2 Asian chicks. I was like,
well, Asian chicks can't speak English.
No, I get it, but I was just like, that just still doesn't.
It doesn't.
It's like oil and vinegar. It just doesn't.
My nigga, it's literally like the white savior for the fucking white, but for the fucking Asians. That's what it fucking is.
They got first colonizer joke for the year.
Oh my god.
It's the fucking Asians. It was like, Marco Polo came over there and we're gonna help these motherfuckers out.
That comes like Christopher Columbus.
No. These savages can't speak English.
Bernardo, she ain't like European white. She's like from, where's she from again?
Who?
Paige, where's she from again?
She's from England.
Oh, is it?
No, she's not.
Paige?
Paige's not from England. Is she's Scottish?
No, she's from England.
Yo,
she's
from
England?
I did not.
Black Wrestling Alliance. Where's Paige from?
She's from England.
She's not English.
No, I think she's from
I think she's Scottish.
Yeah.
She's definitely not Scottish.
No,
it's all the same shit. It's all United Kingdom.
It definitely is the same shit.
It's all United Kingdom.
From the UK.
It is from the UK.
But I could have sworn the movie, I watch movies.
Oh, shoot.
She's English?
Yeah. She's from Norwich, England.
She's from where?
Norwich, England.
What the fuck is that?
In England.
Where in England is that? I want to learn about England geography.
The fuck? Google it.
I heard Blackpool's a horrible place.
Is it Black Wrestling Alliance?
Black Wrestling Alliance. Where is Norwich, England? Where's like?
I hope you respond saying in motherfucking England because
no. Give us for us
England.
Is it the north, south? Is it in the middle of England? I want to know geography.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn something.
Just like Brooklyn is more close to Queens.
Just like nigga, teach me something. Black Wrestling Alliance, teach me something.
Exactly. Teach us, King. Teach us.
Oh, but I tried to tell you guys. I was like, I don't know.
No, you said English. No, we want.
You be getting shit wrong. Black Wrestling Alliance don't be getting shit wrong.
I saw the fucking movie. I saw England.
This dude said the man 75. I say it for him. It's mother effing England. No. This dude Ralph Red says like it's like the West Side. What?
It might be the West Side. There's no West Side of New England. Oh,
No. Right here. I know I said. He said East.
I guess the east side of England.
Yeah.
Just northeast of London. So that means
That means still shit because y'all can't see it on
east
the
of
map
Cambridge.
right now.
And then
Y'all still don't know what the fuck that is.
But they know the third said
every
Dave's
time
looking
you try
delicious.
to tell them where something is, they gonna question where that place is because they don't know where that place is.
whatever. Regardless
What it is though, that day she's white, and that's what typical Europeans do.
What?
You know, so like they try to be the savior for anything, they like to colonize everything. But then again, real talk
This shit is
though,
mad racist though.
it is.
This shit is
but, like,
wild racist.
but it's-
Like that. Like if you look at it from a scope, from a different scope, that shit look wild racist. Oh, these bitches can't speak English?
I was so
Hey, come here.
The colonizer.
Right, and I was just like, if she got an accent, so you be catching certain words.
Yo, facts.
What she said.
Yo,
So
facts.
it's like now you need closed captioning on all these bitches because you don't even know half the shit anyway. You be like, what? Huh? So when she came out on SmackDown, I'm mad we talking about this. But when she came out, I was like, and they said Oscar, I was like, that makes no fucking like.
Because they can't speak English and Paige needs a job.
Now, I'm all, you know what's crazy?
I'm all for everyone
I'm
eats.
all for.
Everyone eats.
I actually love the idea of Paige being
Of
a
course.
manager.
Of
I
course.
just don't think.
But now we're
that's
Asians.
the Right.
That's
No, Vince was like, yo, how much am I paying you?
Yeah.
You still under contract?
Bitch, get on the clock.
So she, yo, come here. Where's those two Asian girls can't speak English? Kyrie, Oscar, he can't pronounce none of the bitches' name. Because he don't even know who they are.
You don't even know
Yo,
who he is.
where's the pirate one? I'm dead actually in the back.
Whose elbow? Bring him out.
With the elbow. Bring her. You come here. Yeah.
Colorful roll. Come here.
You two?
Are y'all sisters?
I know he said some wild racist shit like that. He dead ass said some wild racist shit like that. Are y'all sisters?
I'm not gonna lie.
I love Vince. Don't get me wrong. I love
I'm putting
Vince.
this plea out. Like anyone that watches our podcast and like has like a little connect in WWE, just send Vince a little video. And like has like a little connect in WWE, just send Vince a little video. Not this video though, but some of them.
all the smoke with Vince B. I don't want to be laughing.
I definitely don't want zero smoke.
No, he be laughing.
But
I know he be laughing. No, the nigga, it's fine. Like Vince, okay.
I think that's a great.
Hold on. Let's really rewind for a second. Okay. The nigga's a multi-billionaire.
He should have multi-trillionaire.
Yes, he's a multi-billionaire at this point. My nigga, I gave Triple H NXT for a reason. You handle that. And then when you need to bring somebody up, you give me some tapes. I hire people for a reason to tell me shit.
Well, yeah, you gotta have
So y'all niggas don't know us. If the thing about somebody don't blame this for not knowing about NXT. It's the niggas under him who don't know about NXT who don't tell him what's going on.
That doesn't make sense. Change the command though.
So if I
put you in a position, you better come and relay the message back to me because you're in that position.
It's just like this. Vince has guys that he had somebody give him the overview of Impact. Sorry, TNA back in the day. Somebody came, gave him the overview of it to explain what's Impact and wrestling you should start.
Gerald Briscoe of him right now.
I mean, shout out to Ivy. Shout you out.
But it's just like, yo, I pay you
big bucks to do the stuff I don't want to do.
WWE pays well. I think in almost every position.
Well.
Like for the positions you get there, you get paid. You work like a dog, but you get paid very well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless, I pay you to tell me what's going on.
Exactly.
And give me my honesty. And then Triple H comes and said, like, yo, this is what we have. You're not taking this person. Take Kyrie.
That is true.
We'll have Pirate Axel.
It wasn't like one of the UK.
Yeah, my elbow drop is better.
I really think I like to see that.
My elbow drop is better than Kyrie.
I mean,
Let's get it. Yeah.
Shout out to Ralph Reigns. He said that Vince does have a humor. He
does.
was wearing a do-rag and said, "What's up, my nigga?" So he gotta have a humor though. So.
I would love, you know what, my dream.
Shout out to Isaiah Wolf.
My dream, like, happy hour, drink, smoke, cigar moment would be with Vince, a bottle of Henny, and Shannon Sharp.
That nigga's not drinking.
That's it.
That nigga's
Like,
not drinking.
I might drink Shannon Sharp. I don't want to say. I want to
Douce tastes better than Henny though. We're not drinking Henny. We don't drink Henny on this podcast. We don't drink Henny on this podcast.
Henny what?
What? We don't drink Henny on this podcast. No, we are not drinking Henny. We're drinking Douce.
That's it.
Shannon Sharp would be.
No. We are drinking Douce. Douce for the culture.
Exactly.
Henny for the culture.
Exactly.
Yo, Jay, holla at me. son.
Fuck out of here.
I had Douce.
I have had
I can drink the whole bottle myself.
That's actually a problem.
Nigga, you
That actually
alcoholic.
sounds like an alcoholic.
You're an alcoholic.
I
You have a problem.
I can't drink Henny like that because it burns
Well,
my
that's your
chest.
fault.
You put.
That's on you.
You had.
I'm like, this drinking Henny, I go, ooh, my chest.
So can we move on?
Douce, I go,
You don't even drink like that. So even you having one sip of Douce, you're gonna be fucking passed out.
Listen,
Maybe that's what you have in your
Douce.
chest.
Listen, Douce.
No.
Douce.
no, that is true though. That is true. That's what I'm here on my chest.
Douce for the culture. Douce for the
You
culture.
don't either actually like that, so that makes sense.
No,
And you don't drink.
and you have mad hair in your chest.
Yeah.
You're an alcoholic. And it's peasy. Why? Nigga, why is the hair on your chest peasy?
Yo, come.
No! No, we're not putting him on camera.
Come
You
on,
know
son.
you want to get on camera. Go ahead.
Look how dappy it is, B. Yo, you wanna cold with me? Why you touching it?
Yo, if he could,
I could drink a whole bottle of Douce because that's how smooth it
Who
is.
does that? The PR.
I don't know. But I always feel
Yeah,
like
well,
when Douce Palooza comes around, I'm always fucking away.
I
Because
would say
Memorial
this.
Day weekend. It's the second year
Yo,
in a
Leo.
fucking row I'm missing Douce Palooza, and I'm tight.
Where you go Memorial Day weekend?
Miami.
For what?
My cousin's bachelorette.
Sounds
You wanna
like
come?
Dottie McDottie time.
You only get married once, hopefully. Anyway, moving right along.
We're gonna spoil topic.
We did. I don't even feel like talking about this, but you put it, so okay.
What? We're talking about The Rock.
I always
Yo,
feel like
why
there's
y'all
always
talking about this?
one episode with what?
Leo, his sex story. He didn't talk about nothing about having sex.
Yo, The Rock needs to be talked about.
Alright,
The
you
Rock
know-
is the Jay-Z of wrestling.
You know that we always, one episode, mention The Rock. This is it. We're kicking off our season 4 episode talking about The Rock. And he's actually doing some really
Oh,
groundbreaking
that trash
stuff.
movie is coming out soon.
What trash movie?
Fast and the Furious.
Nigga, shut the fuck up.
No,
Don't ever
that's
disrespect The Rock like that. What the hell is wrong with you?
The Fast and
Damn mouth.
The Fast and Furious movie is one of the best franchises in the world.
How much you mind your business?
Shut up.
You know what's trash?
Shut up.
You know what's trash? Your chest hair, bitch.
What about, yo,
PZ
somebody going to see a movie, a Pineapple Express.
I'm pretty sure 6'2" doesn't mind that shit, so relax.
6'2" probably licks your nipples, your hairy ass nipples.
Yeah, no, that's just nasty. Like, because all it would do is just get like a wet dog. Like, you don't want that shit.
But he ain't white though, so he won't talk
That
white though.
doesn't say he smells like a wet dog, but he sweats.
You sweat a lot at night.
He sweats a lot, period.
It's the alcohol.
Yes.
Because alcohol, it just comes out your pores at night.
Alcohol comes out your
Why don't you
pores
drink water more, dog?
regardless.
I mean, I drink it while I'm drinking now, so like it's like an outfit.
So hold on. What?
Like
You said you drink water while you're drinking alcohol.
Yeah, like I
My nigga, that doesn't make sense.
That actually negates drinking alcohol.
Yeah, this never makes sense.
Nah, I chase it.
No, there's no drink alcohol.
Huh?
I said, you next to me with water is dangerous, because it could be fucking water.
No, that's not what you're supposed to do. Just stop drinking alcohol.
Like rum and water.
No!
Why the fuck would you have rum and water? That doesn't make sense.
Yo, can we,
What? Okay. He said, what? Oh, no, we're not going on this shit. We have to leave soon. So we're going to talk about The Rock. I'll say it. The Rock made it to the 2019 Time Magazine 100 Influential Motherfuckers of the Year, bitch.
Don't think it was motherfuckers of the year, but as Wilkins said, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, has been listed as one of actually was the cover of the artist section of the 100 most influential people for Time this year, which is a huge accomplishment.
so he's number one?
He's not number one, he tops the artist section. So there are different sections in the Times 100 influential people. So they have icons, they have artists, they have...
Charlotte on the list?
no. They have...
You hate on my dogs.
I'm not hating on him, I'm just telling you what it is.
I said that they be hating on
Charlamagne's not an artist.
No, it's different. It's
Yeah,
different categories.
so
So it's like icons, you have artists, you have people in, well, artists is more entertainment because Ariana Grande's on that list, Regina King, the guy that, the girl that played Captain Marvel's on the list. Yeah.
Why?
She played Captain Marvel.
She played a role.
Right, which is pretty
She
influential
she
for
doesn't fly. She
women.
doesn't fly though.
She doesn't need to fly.
She don't fly in real life, so.
Does The Rock fly in real life?
Maybe.
So maybe she does.
No. You can't with The Rock. So let's
But we're not.
The Rock is literally the Jay-Z of wrestling. He has a production company and putting out movies. He has an Emmy nomination.
Which is dope.
Like, what? Like, what? Y'all need to put some respect on The Rock's name.
I'm all for it.
Yes, he has a book.
Is a book?
Yeah. New York Times bestseller.
Yeah, I gotta watch this trailer. I didn't even know it came
It's
out.
trash. Yeah, it's worth
The
it.
bed came out.
Yeah.
It was nice. What are you talking about?
The other day.
You the same one that had that false were paid in full.
Wait, what's your favorite movie?
So, I got many.
What? Just give me one.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm seeing Lion King when it comes out
I
next
didn't
month.
actually.
That doesn't count.
But that doesn't count.
What else?
That's like automatic in top five.
Taxi Driver.
What?
Y'all don't know about that. No.
No, it's a really old movie. Robert De Niro?
Yeah.
Robert De Niro's
Oh,
super
Queen
old.
Latifah did the remake.
1973.
Why do you like that movie? I love Robert De
It's a
Niro.
classic. Martin Scorsese made it.
Okay,
He's from
Okay, next.
either the Bronx or Brooklyn.
Nigga, shut up. Next movie.
Lion King. Oh, The Dark Knight.
I agree. Dark Knight is definitely one of my
Pineapple
top
Express.
The Atlas is a friend. Like,
Well, yeah, he hanged in
so
hand.
no, it's a bigger picture than that. Like, yo, his life is on the line.
Yo, there's a lot of, but you know what's crazy? I just feel like there's a lot of holes in that story, and it was just there was a lot going on, which didn't make sense. Like, why did that
With
happen?
whose story?
No, with like the
So,
actual, like,
so
what actually happened.
so let the listeners understand what we're talking about. Viceland has released the
Shout out
Dark.
to Viceland for doing what they're doing by giving us a docu-series of different
Dang.
troubling tales honoring the lives and sacrifices of performer athletes involved, which is definitely more on the wrestling side. So, like I was saying,
It's called Dark Side of the Ring.
Dark Side of the Ring. It has people like Eric Bischoff on it. You have Jim Cornette. You have Mick Foley. You have
Scott Hall was in.
Bruce Pritchard, Scott Hall. Like, you have, so every episode is just designated to a story.
Yeah.
And so
10 episodes.
So the first episode I saw.
They sponsored Wrestlemania.
Sweet. Shit, you want to sponsor the Jabba Tears podcast?
So that's how I originally heard about it. So the way that they do it, just to give people an idea. Have you ever watched like those Lifetime serial killer movies?
Yeah.
Like they're like, like what is it called? Like Jolted or Snapped. Yeah. It's done in that same concept where they have actors play like the people they're talking the stories
That's
about,
tough.
and then they have like real life.
You didn't like it?
No. So
it's different stories, different stories.
Oh, you didn't like the story? Okay.
So the
to me it just dragged so much.
So the Brody one was the first episode. What they switched it up, whatever.
Yeah.
Then the next one was about Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth.
And you know I was all fucking ears.
It's on YouTube, right?
No,
it's on Vice.
The Brody's on YouTube.
So if you have like cable, so like I use my mom's Spectrum, so that's how I watch it. But if you have like on demand,
No, you can watch it online too.
Oh,
It's on Vice.com.
Okay, great.
So I watched it. So you came in the other day. You saw me watching that.
Yeah.
I was watching the Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth one.
So good.
So the way that they do it is they have actors who will play out certain scenes and like.
I like that.
If Macho Man was yelling at Miss Elizabeth, you see an actor like play out the scene.
He looked like Macho Man?
No, because it was kind of like
it's kind of like in a dark. It's done really well.
It's done in a way it's a silhouette.
It's a silhouette.
That's what it is.
But you'll have people who were in that who were there. Like for instance, Hulk Hogan's ex-wife. You had Scott Hall talk about it.
Yeah, Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake was talking about the whole thing. And the way that they do it is they have people who were there. Like Tony Atlas was there when Brody just got fucking stabbed up.
That nigga said, I don't want to talk. Are we done talking about other shit? Because I guess when they get people to do like the interviews for whatever that story is, they're
talking about other stuff.
They're probably on multiple episodes.
Yeah.
So when the shot came to Tony Atlas, you could tell like he probably was talking about some other shit for further episodes, but he was just like, I don't want to talk about nothing else, but what I got to talk about Brody. Like, let's get to this.
Didn't it like pee on the knife, then stab him?
We don't. They're not sure about that because when Brody got stabbed, it was him and the Puerto Rican. I forgot his name. What's his name?
I think it's like Intruder.
Yeah, so Intruder, whatever. When Scott Hall mentioned how Lex had Miss Elizabeth taking the same amount of pills
that they were,
he was like, "Yo, Lex is like 300 pounds. I'm around that weight too, and Miss Elizabeth is like 85 pounds, soaking wet. So we're taking the same amount of pills, and she OD'd. And I told Larry that in the group chat. She was like, well, she's an adult. She has known better. No, because when you getting high with somebody, y'all doing the drugs together.
Yeah, like an addiction, and I think that's what I feel like the piece of, that puzzle that I feel like no one really touches on, like how like how people with addiction can be affected, and how when you're literally living with someone and you guys are together, addicted together, like it's not so much as
Bobby Whitney.
It's not even right. It's not even so much like I'm an adult. I know what to do. No, I'm under the influence of drugs.
And I see you do it. I'm gonna top you.
Yeah, I see you do it. I'm gonna do it with you. And that shit was heartbreaking. Well, tonight is the Bret Hart one, the Marcello Screwjob. So the thing about it, just so that everybody gives a better idea, these are stories that we all know about as wrestling fans, because I knew the whole thing with Macho Man, everything of that nature.
I did too.
But the way that they do it is super artistic, well done. They have...
It's the truth.
And they have like top guys, so like Mick Foley's in this shit.
Yeah.
Eric Bischoff is, and the thing about it, you got some raw, different...
You could tell Eric was very uncomfortable in that Macho Elizabeth episode in the beginning. Because he was just like, I don't know if I really want to say this, but I'm gonna...
I kind of like it a little bit better because like I've seen thousands documentary on Macho Elizabeth, but the fact you saying that they have stars, they have silhouettes to bring in more images, because a lot of time it would be like, because World Culture did a retros, I think, not World Culture, one of these...
It was Cultaholic,
right? And then you always saw pictures of certain events they talked of. It was
this is a bigger budget.
I want to see even more because I want to see what other people are saying now.
Well, Eric Bischoff said one thing. It was like, yo, he didn't really fuck with Lex
at all.
He didn't really fuck with. He didn't even like Lex. So he was like, he didn't want to talk shit about Lex and like really put Lex in that position. But it was just interesting the way that they spoke about everything, and it was like it was very raw. And then what really got me a little choked up was when they had they showed an interview when Macho Man was questioning about Miss Elizabeth, and he was so like polite and just nice about like, yo, I hope her family's doing all right. It's a really bad thing, blah blah blah. Now the other thing, you've seen these documentaries about him and Miss Elizabeth. But I got to better understand why he acted that way. Like, his whole thing was like, yo, this is my wife. Like, my wife. And the thing about these niggas is scumbags in his locker room. So I gotta look out because he knows the stories behind this shit. Like, yo, I bring my wife to a locker room. Next thing you know, fucking this scumbag is in my wife's ear talking shit. And I get it because he had this ravaging love for her, but he didn't know how to like show it in the right way without being super controlling.
He wasn't the affectionate type, but he was more the protective type.
Yeah, he was super protective of her.
And in the documentary, you just like, for me, you can see, first of all, anybody that says that Macho was a real nigga, because a real nigga would definitely, like, he was divorced twice removed from her and still was like, yo, if I'm gonna be in your company in WCW, get her a contract. Get her some money.
Get her a contract. Like, it wasn't
looking out for her.
It wasn't even like bad money. It was like $250,000. It was $250,000
just to walk out every night.
Even Scott said that.
Scott NWO type shit.
Scott was like, "Yo, he got her a contract for $250,000.
And ain't say shit
to just walk out with him and look pretty." But
it was already divorced.
She had to develop her character. They're divorced at this point, like she said, and he set her up for like more bread. Like, that's how much he loved her. And that's what I was like, yo, this man loved her. Wow. And that's healthy. Because I think he grew up after they got divorced.
Yeah, he realized.
And he understands like, yo, the way he was treating her was not the right way. Even though how much he loved her.
She went to bum ass Lex.
But then she went to Lex and he knew about Lex. And the thing about it, he didn't want her to be with Lex, but being a real dude that he is, he was like, yo, you know what? That's your situation. And I'm not going to get into it because that drug shit, it was rampant during that time. Attitude Era?
So crazy. Before in the 80s, shit, 70s, shit is wild. But no, seriously, everyone tune into Vice to check out that docu-series. It's really good. So once again, they have the Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth episode, and they have the Brody Bruiser episode up. And in tonight's episode, in TV Land, it'll be Wednesday. But tonight's episode is about the Montreal Screwjob, which I'm actually really excited because that clip you sent us, I was just like, damn.
Well, Brett's talking about it. That's what.
But Brett, see, and that's why, like, Brett knew what time it was. Like, you couldn't be mad. And technically, he asked not to be counted out. He wasn't counted out.
Well, what makes this one so good? Brett never talked about it before.
Nah, Brett, it's actually coming from him. And
it's him talking.
That's the kind of like hard part with documentaries is like Either you're going to get one from those that were there close to the person because the person, unfortunately, is not alive anymore. Or you get one like Brett is doing, where the person that it happened to is live and in color and
But they already did it with him and Shawn Michaels. They talked about it. With
no,
JR.
but this one is a very
It's not a WWE one.
It's a very different take on it.
It's more of him. It's like...
It's more of the backstage lead up to the night of.
And then Earl Hebner's talking about is on there. That's what when I saw the clip the first time, I was like, shit, Earl's on this?
Earl's on this?
He's been banned for years.
Where the fuck they digged him up from?
Like, that's what makes this documentary. I don't know who are the other ones, because it's like 6 episodes, like you said. I don't know what the other ones are, but this shit is fire.
I know one of them is going to be about the Von Erichs, which I'm always intrigued
I don't want to
about
watch that
shit.
I can't watch that.
I'm always intrigued.
I can't watch that, because that shit is...
The wrestling fan in me is always intrigued.
Nah, that shit...
It starts from the top, and then it just...
that shit is...
down.
Too heartbreaking when a family just dies like that.
Just left and right. It's not even like
there was some Kennedy shit
between them killing themselves, between getting sick, between this, between that. Like it was bad.
Whatever the dad did or the grandfather did in the past, son. I've never cursed. They did one on 30 for 30, and I read about them. Like was reading about them over the time. I didn't watch 30 for 30. Like that stuff creeps me out. I'm probably gonna watch this one.
No, you gotta watch it.
But it's that shit.
I feel like it's definitely a piece of wrestling history that I feel like as wrestling fans we owe it to ourselves to be informed about. Just like as much as I really cringed about the Bruiser Brody thing, I felt informed. Like I felt like wow. Like first I didn't even know like Carlos Colon had owned the company with Gorilla Monsoon. Like I was just like, what the fuck? In Puerto Rico, it's like what is all of this?
Random thing. Our friend from another podcast is dating a girl who's related to Gorilla Monsoon.
What? Wait.
Random. I'll tell you that later. I'll tell you names later. I hate
when you drop bombs like that. I'm like, what?
Yeah, but...
I love me some Gorilla Monsoon.
But also, you know what was crazy? What's his name? What's his name? Always took it to the head. He used to always mess with Brody.
Abdullah the Butcher.
Abdullah the Butcher. He looks horrible.
But Abdullah looked horrible 15 years ago.
Nah, he had a bad diet though. He still has the marks because that's how much he's been. You know how if you look at Ric Flair really close, you see all the blades in his head. Like Gorilla Monsoon has like his head looks like he has braids, but it's skin.
Yeah,
like it's like that. It's so bad.
You know when your lines like
your forehead.
It's on his head.
It's on his head. Like it's so bad.
Yeah.
But speaking of like. Stars. Superstar Shake-Up.
The Superstar Shake-Up, as everyone always knows, the week after WrestleMania, they like to shake things up a bit. Where Raw and SmackDown got some new, fresh pieces of meat on each brand. I can say that. You can't say that. So let's talk about Raw and SmackDown this week, gentlemen.
2 ups, 2 down.
Let's just do 1 up, 1 down.
So, Raw. I'm not gonna lie, I like both shows. I wasn't a fan of both shows.
I didn't really like SmackDown.
I didn't like SmackDown.
Raw went kind of fast for me.
Raw went fast, but I think I've become so accustomed to 3 hours now that it's just like whatever.
No.
You get accustomed.
It was one of those like, damn, it's 10 o'clock. Like when the last match came out, it was 10:30. I was like, what?
Yeah. The one thing that kind of excited me a little bit was seeing AJ on Raw. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but that really excited me. We all kind of knew it was coming, but. Like, seeing him on Raw, I was like, oh, this could be something, though. Like, AJ versus Seth is going to be one of those matches for the ages. Because they're both going to put their best foot forward. Regardless of that, it was whatever. But I love how they made all the new people get a win. Yeah. And made them look strong. I'm a Lacey Evans mark. I've been saying this for how long? I remember she was in that Fatal 4-Way. For the #1 tag team, for #1 contendership for the NXT Women's title, and I was like, she's the most polished person in that Fatal 4-Way. So seeing her do her thing, I'm super happy for her.
And you know what? I'm glad they chose Natty because, and as everybody always be like, oh, they shut on Natty, blah blah blah. Like Natty is the ring general of the women's division. Period.
She's the gatekeeper.
Like you don't get that kind of justification without going through Natalya, and I'm glad that. Even though, when she's on the mic, I kind of cringe sometimes. I'm like, I don't know what she's going to say, what she's going to do. But the match between her and Lacey Evans
was a good match. Was a good match. And Lacey Evans' moonsault is better than Charlotte's.
Facts.
I don't care what nobody says. So,
It's like a 2 move. It's like a boop, boop, like.
Yeah, so my up was, like I said before, is AJ, and my little love was seeing like Lacey Evans do her thing for the past 2 weeks. Because people are like, what is she doing? What is she doing? Bro, relax. Things gonna happen for her. But the shows were solid, but this is like what we always say. It's the first chapter to the new year.
Yep.
It's the first game of the season.
Yep.
The draft is over. First game of the season. It's kind of like preseason. It's kind of like preseason.
SmackDown this week was the pregame.
So I'm not annoyed.
All right, what did you think of Raw this week?
I think it was pretty decent. The one low-key side that no one's talking about is the Usos on Raw. I feel like I just felt like what the Usos did to the tag team division the past couple of years, how to revamp their character. Shout out to the Big Four. I talked about how they had
the evolution of the
evolution
Usos?
of it. They had to go through the ringers. They had to go through all of that to become their character. Listen, the face paint worked. Like, they sell merch. At the end of the day, they sell merch.
They still was gonna serve. They was gonna sell merch regardless.
The fact that they basically,
They're 2 black brothers. That's what it is.
you know what they did? They did what Dolph was trying to do. They stripped out all the gimmicks and just went out there as themselves.
Yeah, they a bunch of niggas.
They definitely did like what Dolph was supposed to, what Dolph tried to do.
Hold on for a second. This is a little bit off subject. People don't understand Hawaii's the hood.
Oh, yeah.
Like, people really think Hawaii is this nice place that they see.
My mom's cousin lives in Hawaii. That nigga be struggling.
Like, Hawaii is the hood. I didn't know about it. I used to work at Ralph Lauren. And when I had a job.
Here we go.
And there was this dude from Hawaii, Samoan cat, like, you know, little chunky, little nice dude. And me and him spoke. He's like, yo, don't get it twisted what you see on TV. Hawaii is hood. And people struggle, because everything's like super expensive over there.
Yeah. People live in huts. People live right next to volcanoes, and when that shit erupts, you ain't got nothing else to do but stay there.
Niggas live in huts.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that bad.
Yo, like that shit is real. Like,
they back in Haiti, B.
I see the Usos and Roman Reigns. Unless they heard it's that hooked up, watching TV, Super Nintendo.
Nah, like niggas be
because
like,
people really think like
it's
they and nobody cares about them because you forget like.
It's like honestly any other island in the West Indies that you really think.
But you have to understand. You know, the U.S. do some like U.S. did some like OD colonizer stuff. It was like on some like, yo, listen, we'll kill your queen. We're gonna colonize her. Y'all part of us.
You forget that Samoans. Let's go back to what I said. Samoans are indigenous people. They are cousins. No, listen. Like I said, let's rewind. Samoans are indigenous people, so they're treated like minorities.
Yeah, they are.
Yo.
They're treated exactly like the way black people are treated.
They're like our oldie light-skinned cousin. Like, you know, you'll pass for white, but like, that's my cousin.
Yo.
They definitely don't pass for white. I don't know what are you talking about.
No. I'm talking about how that they are like our black cousins.
Who?
Samoans.
Black. What do you mean?
Samoans. Like Samoans are black people. I don't care what anyone says.
They ain't no cousins of
Yo,
mine.
son, Samoans are black people with like coolie hair.
Coolie's mad racist.
No.
It's a racist comment.
No.
No, you're not doing that. You're going to learn that you don't use that word coolie when you talk. No, that's not funny.
I got mad people from the West Indies. You know?
No.
Yeah, but then you can't say coolie and then say it under.
But they gonna say nigga, right?
Who said nigga?
They gonna say niggas, right? All the people from Trinidad, all the people gonna say niggas, right? Or the people who look like more like they look black.
You just try to say Samoans are coolie though.
No, I said with coolie hair.
Coolie is a racist word.
No.
I mean, they call themselves.
That's what the colonizers called them.
They just have curly hair.
Stop saying that. Like, I don't think you understand. Don't say that.
I was so confused.
So we should have said nigga then. The colonizer calls us that.
No, they call us nigger.
Let's just not say anything. Actually, if we're gonna be called.
So, like I said before, it's when people were like, yo, they're trying to be mad hood. I was like, yo, no. They're from the hood.
That's dumb.
Like, The Rock talks about it all the time. Like,
I had $15.
No, it's
$7.
$7.
Well,
$7 promotions. Yeah.
All right, so go to SmackDown.
Wait, before we go to SmackDown, everyone knows I'm not the hugest Sami Zayn fan. But what Sami is doing is going to make major waves for the next 6 months.
He's just
I'm putting out.
He's just the raw version of Daniel Bryan.
Not he definitely is awesome. Like in his hometown, got niggas hyped. They looped his song 4 times just for to be like, I actually don't give a fuck about any of you guys. Like,
Daniel Bryan did that.
What? Like, but honestly, and I'm not.
Don't jump on his bandwagon, B. Don't jump on his bandwagon, B.
But he did it better.
Don't jump on the bandwagon, B. Son.
I can appreciate
My son
it.
came with the hemp title, B.
I can appreciate
Daniel Bryan did it way better. The hemp title, he probably smoked a little piece, got a little Fonto, everything like it, smoked it.
You know who smoked it? Whoever bought that shit during WrestleMania weekend, and they sold the last hemp title for $5,000. Nobody bought it? No. Shit. That, first of all, that
did the price go down?
No, because it's signed. That's how when I went to Access, and that day you saw me, and they were like, oh, me and Ronaldo went to see the belts, because Ronaldo wanted to see belts. And they were like, oh, we sold out of the hem, but we only have one, because Daniel Bryan signed it. And at that moment, I was like, Kofi, fuck out of here. They would never be trying to sell some fucking signed only one of Daniel Bryan's belt. Fuck you, me.
And they had like this Triple H belt from WWF for like $1,500.
What?
Yeah.
If I had the bread, I'd buy it.
I won't buy that one. Like, I feel like Attitude WWE Championship was ugly.
No, the wing belt?
No, I said Attitude Championship.
Oh, and they had a Shawn Michaels belt too.
Dope.
No. The wing belt's not. It's like I'm talking about the.
Let me get some real money, son. Let me get some real money, son.
This dude, wait, hold on. The dude Ralph Reigns said that Sami Zayn danced like a meth head.
That's OD funny though.
That is funny.
Then we're gonna move on to SmackDown.
All right,
Ralph Reigns is wild.
Let's talk about SmackDown. One up, one down.
I'll go first.
I know you're not gonna not talk about your Mustafa Ali nigga. Like, I just know you're not about to sit here and not talk about.
Of course, V.
One of probably the best match on SmackDown was Finn Balor versus Mustafa Ali.
You have to understand.
Low key versus Ali. Finn Balor definitely has low keys a moveset, son.
All I say is Finn Balor versus my son.
He fucking kicked him. Oh shit! I felt that in my house. I was like, oh my god.
I mean, Mustafa Ali was a good match. Mustafa Ali with my son Finn. It was a very good match. You know, my son had like the Crip shorts on. Good, man. It was a good night, man. He's like, Crip.
I don't think he did that.
How you know?
Because I watched SmackDown. He didn't do that.
How you know you didn't do that to Triple H? Like, Crip.
I don't think he did.
We will not be doing that because I have bloods that watch this.
So what, man? You know, like there's no beef. Like, you know, we try to unite everybody.
Wait, how did you say rest in peace to Nippy?
Oh, yeah, rest in peace, Nipsey, man.
You know, we try to unite everybody. He is united.
I ain't gonna lie, dead ass cried.
Yeah, I watched the funeral.
I can't watch funerals. I don't like funerals.
But it was more of a memorial service.
I don't like that.
More than anything.
I don't like that.
But like this, if I die, I don't want a funeral. Like, I want niggas just to like, you know, put a picture of me.
That's a memorial.
No, the picture of me. You're not gonna spend that money on no. You're not gonna spend $15,000 on a freaking casket.
Nigga, that's why you get life insurance.
I have life insurance. You're gonna cremate me, and my family will take the rest of the money and spend on something that we need. Because I'm not gonna spend mad money on a casket that.
Well, actually, you're not gonna be spending anything because you.
No, I'm gonna put that. Make sure that whoever I marry gonna know that. Like, yo.
You have to have a will.
You have to have a wife.
Listen.
You gotta have a lot of shit before you even talk about these things.
Listen.
Like, we just keep dissecting this. Like, it's like, actually,
listen, B.
You need
listen,
this.
B. Listen, B.
You need it.
I don't want to get buried. I just feel like, for what? You spend all that money on a casket? Like, for what?
So you have life insurance?
No. I'm talking about this. Give and take, right? They said how to have life insurance on myself.
No, speaking of no bullshit, you actually.
Do you have life insurance?
Need to, and you need to create a will.
Like $45 a month.
Yeah, I got life insurance too.
You need to create a will for your kids.
Only 45?
Yeah.
Nigga, I pay 100. Damn, son.
I pay nothing.
I think it's $1 million on my head, B.
I get it from my.
Discounts I got children.
Oh, that's probably why.
I get it from my job.
No bullshit. You need to actually look into doing a will for your kids. That was the first thing I made my cousin do when she had my godson. Was create a will.
I should probably make a will from now.
Because you never know what could happen, but you would want to have like a legal way of doing things, like who you would want the kids to be with and stuff like that.
I need a will done.
So
well, they're not with him. They're with his baby moms.
No, but I'm just saying, like, certain
have you seen the family picture?
His ass,
No,
he
shut
sent me the Easter picture. I was like, they so big.
Nah, she's so angry.
And the light skin one looks. Oh, he didn't send me the. Y'all took a picture of all y'all.
Yeah.
Well, that's cute. He only sent me the babies.
I ain't show you the whole thing.
No,
we'll watch look at it after.
But the light skin one, that is spitting image of him. Oh. First of all, why is he giving me so much face?
Who?
This nigga here, like.
He think he cute. That's why. You know who else gives mad face? I've been wanting to say this for so long. Yo, Finn Balor is so light skinned, son. Yo, he stay giving light skinned eyes.
She had your 2 kids.
Yeah. Are you surprised? Why? Because she's big. You see, she tried with her face. I tried to do like that cute shit, right?
First of all, you tried to do that. I'm cute shit.
Yeah.
They kept telling me to smile. I said, I don't know how to smile. Like, they're trying to make me laugh.
Nigga,
So
that's
I
not it.
smiled
But
back.
this is cute, though.
Yeah.
Keep doing stuff like this.
No.
This is cute. Wait, what?
She forced me to do it.
As she
I didn't even
should.
try. I didn't
First of all, these are
she
the
bought that
things.
shirt.
Yo, so people who are listening to the show.
These are the things.
Hold on. People who are listening to the show right now, Leo took Easter pictures with his baby moms and his 2 kids. And right now, there's a picture. We're gonna put it online.
I'm not. No.
I'm putting it on Facebook. Put it on our Instagram page.
Yo, I'm not doing it. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, we are.
Yo, listen. No, I don't want niggas in your business. Trust me.
Niggas is already
keep
been
the
in
kids-
this business. Are you kidding me?
Yo,
Have
keep
we
the
not
kids-
discussed
Yeah.
about
You
these
know,
business
do you watch
in
the family
30
picture
fucking
online?
episodes of a
You mean
podcast?
that picture?
Yes.
That picture's trash.
Thank you.
We doing that this week.
I'm gonna put the picture.
Trash.
Wait a minute. So,
Yo, the bitch didn't look at the camera. She was like, say cheese. I'm like, you're not looking at the camera. She was like, how do you, she away from the camera like this? Oh, you guys ready yet? You guys ready? All right, ready?
he's so tight.
Smile. All right, you ready? Want another one? Yeah, sure, smile.
I mean, the picture is trash.
She didn't even look at the picture.
I mean, I can do a better job.
Actually, as a photographer, I'm just surprised you just never like set up a place for you guys to do pictures.
That's what you keep saying.
Because it A, cheaper.
Yeah.
B, more
Those are
intimate.
$30.
It's not that bad.
She
It's
paid
not
for
that
that
bad.
too.
So, anyways, like I said before, Finn Balor gives mad light skin eyes. Yo,
He got light skin nigga tendencies.
she
Yeah,
has
he does.
mad
He
light
does.
skin nigga tendencies.
Especially like when he come out with the jacket and he pops the collar, I'm like, oh, that's some light skin nigga shit. Oh,
He probably got
Definitely
mad
got
black
light
friends.
skin.
He probably got mad black friends.
he probably does.
Yeah, he's Irish.
He's Irish.
He probably hang out with the New Day too and Real Rush. I'm surprised he was at Wrestlemania.
Leo?
I mean, Finn.
Leo's out Wild Mania.
First of all, yeah.
Yeah, you
And
saw-
Bobby. Was Bobby there?
Bobby wasn't there.
No, but no, Leo was there.
You saw my son that was the first UK champion there, looking like Conor McGregor.
Tyler Bate.
Yeah.
Tyler Bates got so
He
much
has
pussy
to
that
get
night.
so much pussy that entire weekend. Like, I ended up seeing him at the hotel.
Yeah, he didn't
That nigga
wrestle
was
this week.
trash. No, he actually did.
Worlds Collide?
At Access.
World Collide then. All right, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wrestled at Access. Cause so did Cedric. Cause I was like, when I spoke to Ariel about it, I was like, damn, like he don't even got a match on the card. She's like, no, he's wrestling at Access. I was like, oh, okay.
I heard that Eric Rowan match was pretty good. The Luke Harper match was pretty good.
Well, he's gone now. He left.
All right, what else happened on SmackDown? Yo, Kevin Owens is the funniest fucking thing. Like, when they had him do the Big E intro, he was just like, no, you know, it's probably has to come from his soul. He's just like, okay, I'm gonna do it again. Like, I just think it was a
But that stunner was
segment.
weak though.
Actually, it was botched. It wasn't even weak. It was
That was a
like,
weak stunner, B.
It wasn't even a stunner. It was just
It wasn't his fault, though.
a botch.
It was like a I felt like it was like it was a neck breaker.
What was that, Rusev?
Yeah, it was
Rusev
Rusev.
just didn't position himself right. It
He didn't
was
position
a
himself
botch. It was weird.
at all. You know what I saw about Kevin? I forget how charismatic he is.
Absolutely.
Watching that, and I was like, yo, he's the kind of big dude that takes people's girls because it makes them laugh.
Facts. With a belly and all.
He's that funny big nigga though, son. That's
You know
the-
everybody gotta have a funny big nigga.
you have to be. You have to be because like
Because Lawrence tries to be, all the time. He'll be like, nigga, you're not that funny, but okay, whatever.
you know who's funny low key? Dre.
Dre is mad funny.
That dude was hilarious.
Like,
dude.
for no reason, like, and it's always the underlaying shit. Like he'll say something, but you gotta really know him to know what the fuck he's saying. It's like, bro, I know what you said.
That's a funny nigga right there though, son. I kind of wish that I was fat so I could chill with him.
What?
You know you can be regular size and chill with him.
Yeah.
No, nigga, like, you know, like, I'm honoring remembering his clique.
You definitely are not honoring effing you because you're not
He
fat.
told me that! Because I used to
Okay,
be
so
fat.
we're gonna close out the show because I gotta go.
Alright,
pee, too.
so we didn't even talk about the Superstar Shakeup.
Well, the Superstar Shakeup was really dope.
What are your thoughts, real quick?
I go first. I feel like,
She asked you first.
I just feel like,
No, it's okay.
I just feel like this was more of a shakeup for like the mid card. because I just feel like you got like more like people to get more shine. Like Apollo Crews on SmackDown. When he was on SmackDown the first one, that's good. Mickey James, you adding a Natalia, a veteran presence to the SmackDown division. You know, you see my son Buddy Murphy. Him and Mustafa Ali can go at it.
I cannot wait till Buddy Murphy versus Finn Balor.
Facts.
You have no idea because they've been fronting for months.
Exactly.
That Buddy Murphy was under 205. Bitch, no.
That's why I feel like this draft. Like, come on, my son.
The match is on tonight. Velveteen versus Buddy.
Word?
Oh, with the Worlds Collide.
Facts. Like, see my son Eric Young on Raw.
And that's another one. I was like, oh my God.
Eric Young on Raw getting a real chance. Yeah, he may fail on SmackDown, a second chance at it. You know, of course, the MVP of every shakeup, The Miz, coming back home because that's the show, dogs. And the level he is right now is just like he is going to get to run that WWE Championship. At the Universal Championship. And I think that is more of a safer time to do it with.
Okay, your thoughts on the Superstar shakeup?
All right, I got to read PPP. I'm about to pee myself.
Oh, well,
So one of the
breaking news.
One of the biggest things that you'll notice is that there's a lot of opportunities. A lot of people can do some dope stuff. And I kind of like Roman being on SmackDown.
Roman on SmackDown makes the best sense. Now, I'm not all for the blatant disrespect that certain people that are Roman Reigns fans saying that Kofi Kingston's time is now on the clock. I don't appreciate shit like that.
I don't care about stuff like that. Well, my whole thing is the shakeup felt like a shakeup, and it was a lot of fresh faces.
Correct.
Because you're talking about Roman, who's been on Raw for like forever, is on SmackDown. AJ Styles, who's been on SmackDown forever, is on the show, and you're seeing a good mix of people moving around. This felt like a shakeup.
Yeah, like I feel like they honestly sat at the table and was like, okay, who can make the most impact or who can gain the most out of each brand?
Like the Usos going to Raw, dope. Even like the NXT calls, I was like, okay, I can see where you guys are going with this.
See, no, but that was where I felt like it was lackluster because they literally put up everyone but Lars on Raw. Like, it was just like...
But I think Raw is going to be the new home of opportunity.
Okay.
And SmackDown, because
it's going to be more story heavy.
It's going to be story heavy. It's going to be live. It's going to be on. It's going to be on Fox. I think that's what they're going for right now, and they'll see how that goes from here on out.
Because I literally would have rather Ricochet on SmackDown.
That would make sense, but they're going for something completely new, and they're trying stuff out behind the scenes, but not knowing what they're doing.
Which is great. So we. Do appreciate the Superstar shakeup, so we look forward to seeing what happens next. Thank you to those that are watching on the live feed. You have just watched our first episode of season 4 of the Jabba podcast. As always, these guys leave me hanging to do the last bit of information. As always, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at the Jabba podcast. Check us out. Our next viewing party will be at Legends, of course, for Money in the Bank. It will be May 19th. That's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, mommy. So make sure to be there. RSVP at the podcast at gmail.com. For more information, as always, you can slide into our DM. But anything else I'm missing, gentlemen? Nope. All right. Those are the watching on the live feed. Thank you so much for joining us, taking time out on the Wednesday evening to come and spend some time with us. As always, I am Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins. Well, I was here. With Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc and Leo in the background talking about his, chest hair and all types of shit. I don't know. But as always, hashtag Black Excellence, hashtag we're out.
It's the Jabba's Tears podcast.